And the city flowing with lights as we get a great look at beautiful downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. So for the Cavaliers, their last game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And New York looking at who they've got. Cato, he's in a point guard. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Nobody near Irving. And another miss by Cleveland.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had the fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
To the middle. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Fourth, Timofey Mozgov.
Well, I tell you what, this guy probably did not want the season to come to an end the way he was shooting the ball. He wanted to keep going.
Anthony kicks to Aflalo. New York moving it around. And that one's good. Freak.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Cavaliers trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Love dishes to Mozgov. That falls. Good assist by Love.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Freak passes to Seraphin. To the wing right side. Cato. No good on the 3.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And Shumpert kicks to LeBron. Well, wide open look for Love. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Knicks leading by 3. Aflalo dishes to Freak. And James pulls it down. Freak's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Here's Irving. Plays it up and banks it in. Irving's got his first points in this one.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
And checking out the stats for LeBron James. Great showing for him last season. Last season, he averaged 25 points per, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And a switcher also for New York. Lopez is checked in. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Kevin Love. And then for New York, Williams comes in for Porzingis. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give up. And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again. I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery.
Smith checked in for Iman Shumpert. Verajao setting the pick for Thompson. Lopez with the steal. Anthony, the pass to Williams, and he gets it to go.
You know, kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
New York trailing. Calderon kicks to Williams. Here's Cato. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Thompson with the bucket.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Looking for Anthony, and gets it there. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
There's a good screen. Calderon against Irving. Floats one. He lays it in. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Move the ball.
Freak with it. He's against Smith. Just 5 to shoot. And is back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover.
Well, we've got a moment here now, Kevin, to look back to last year's Knicks. 8th in free throw percentage. 14th in blocks. And they were in the top half of the league shooting the ball from deep. Average to pedestrian, but still fairly effective from there.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunity.
Back to Irving. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Now it's a 6-point Cleveland lead. Kyrie Irving, an explosive scorer. We all know that. His rate of assists continually climbing for his NBA career. And Greg, does he need to be more of a pure point guard?
You know, he does have the advantage of playing with LeBron James, one of the best playmakers in the league. It's a good fit, I think, at this stage of his career, because right now they need him to score the basketball while he continues to improve his point guard skills.
And a wide open look for Freak. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Williams dishes to Thompson. Picked by Verajao. And it's Smith penetrating. And Thompson kicks to Williams. Clock at 6. Cleveland moving the ball around. Smith, no luck. Knicks trail by 4. And there's the feed to Lopez. Dishes to Freak. Lopez, a screen on Williams. Freak passes to Lopez. Here's Cato. Offline with his 3.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
And James gets it to go.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Calderon kicks to Freak for the 3. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Williams with the ball. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Lets it go with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers lead by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise. Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again.
And you know what? It's going to take a lot more than Carmelo playing strong to get the Knicks back into the playoffs and to make them a destination to where NBA stars want to come.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Cato, he's in at shooting guard. Porzingis is out there with Kevin Seraphin. Then there's a follow, and it's Galloway in at the point. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for New York.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
It's a pick by Love, and they call an illegal screen here.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. With those turnovers.
Knicks trail by 5.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
The Knicks rebound. Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Irving kicks to Varejao. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Williams, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And for Blatt, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on, the Cavs got tougher. Those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Cleveland leading by 6. LeBron is screen on Calderon. Williams against Calderon. Williams kicks to Smith. Lets the 3 fly. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Knicks trail by 9. Calderon dishes to Freak. Lopez sets a screen for Freak. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Freak's got 15.
They're having much more success here in the second after missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
Back to James. Shoots it up. They get it back.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up. They are absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
Varejao with a screen on Williams. LeBron passes to Varejao. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Cato. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Smith kicks to James. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. LeBron's got 5 points now this quarter. Pass to Freak. The tray. The shot no good. Smith with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 5. The dish to Williams. Williams against Smith. Baseline try. Cannot hit. And New York the other way now.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And Thompson kicks to James. Thompson, a screen on Williams. Here's Varejao. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Varejao's got his second bucket tonight. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Freak with it. Now Smith defending. Williams dishes to Calderon. He kicks it to Freak. Shot clock at 6. Lopez. It's rebounded by Cleveland. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, you know, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Freak. James. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cleveland ahead, up by 2. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, makes it a tough team to beat, and so just hopefully we can keep that up.
It certainly takes some pressures off the starters. Melo, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second.
All right, listen up, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavaliers.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood could have
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports. As we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Last time these two teams met, it was the New York Knicks picking up the loss in that outing against the Cavaliers. That was their second loss in 2 games. Now they've got a chance to turn the tide and get back on course.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
So the New York starting 5, they've got a Flalo. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony, and it's Galloway in at the 1 spot. Here's Galloway. Clock is at 3. 20 feet out. Another shot. Varejao grabs the board. On defense, the Knicks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game. Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponent scoring chances.
Here's Anthony following the basket by LeBron James. Anthony right side, and he gets it to go.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Irving away. Knicks on defense. Outside Irving. Varejao setting the pick for Irving. From the high post. Knicks with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Anthony can't hit. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. LeBron outside. Picked by Varejao. It's LeBron with the drive. Second chance shot.
What are you doing? Stay down. Stay down. That's his first personal foul. At the line.
And for Varejao, his wild hair, frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
And a wide open look for Freak. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Love. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Well, Greg, you're talking about Varejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body.
That's a
I
good
don't know
point,
if he's
yeah.
necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Here's LeBron. No good. Good work defensively by Anthony. Jumps up, and Freak throws it down.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Freak with it in the game against Orlando. Very impressive.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Nobody near Irving. Again, Irving missing. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. 3 is no good there from Freak.
Not his forte. I don't care how open you are. He should not be taking that shot.
And he gets the bucket.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
New York trailing. Aflalo dishes to Carmelo. Lopez a screen. On the wing of Aflalo. Plenty of space. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Irving passes to James. To the middle. Here's Varejao. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Freak. He has 5. The quick look, no good that time. James outside. Love up top. Tries it from 19. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And a quick look at the numbers for Kyrie Irving. 9th in steals and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And talk about highway robbery. I mean, jumping the passing lanes, snatching away your dribble. He'll take it from him.
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Serafin's checked in. Knicks trail by 4. Expanding his range. And it's Freak missing.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, not afraid of the physical play, but he still needs to stay under control.
Yeah, he obviously was not under control right there. Not much doubt he was going to get whistled for the over-the-back call.
Williams, he's checked in for the Knicks. Calderon comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Williams kicks to Freak. 5 on the clock. Good D by Thompson.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And LeBron throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to Freak. Fires the 3. That's good. Freak's got 8 points. Cavaliers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Irving dishes to Love. There's the pick. Pass to James. Oh, he jams it right over Freak. Wow.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And here's Love, following the three-pointer by Freak. The drive by Thompson. Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got his first points of the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Well, let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. LeBron James second. And, of course, Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, tremendous. gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Ball movement and run something on the offensive end.
It's where the bulk of the scoring load rests on those teams. Those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
You know, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
LeBron James on the wing to the inside. Here's Mozgov. The Knicks pull it in. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
James, no good. Knicks trail by 6. And here's Freak. He's got 11. Seraphin the pass to Calderon. New York moving the ball around, and that one's good.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Well, the Cavaliers shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. The shot is off, and New York will come the other way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Freak's gotten 6 baskets in 14 attempts. The screen from Thompson. Irving drives in, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And O'Quinn kicks to Freak. The wing jumper off target. The Cavaliers leading. Jefferson's shot is off.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
And that one's good. Freak.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. Three of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
Now Irving. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Picked by Mozgov. Williams with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Knicks lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. With more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we...
With some changes, Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. James comes in for Jefferson, and Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Then for the Knicks, Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis, and Freak sub. In for Aaron Aflalo. And New York, looking at who they've got. Cato in at shooting guard. Williams is out there with Anthony. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Galloway in at the point.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too
for Smith.
Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Rotate over and make your presence.
He's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He dropped in 26 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. This was just the latest in what has been a string of strong performances from him. Will we witness one tonight, guys?
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Calderon comes in for Langston Galloway.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season, playing a career-low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, you know, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you know, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
Smith dishes to Mozgov. J.R. Smith on the wing. Last game we saw him score 13. That's good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Knicks trail by 3.
And getting back to Jose Calderon, he's been an extremely efficient shooter for a point guard, 48% from the field throughout his career. But last season, he couldn't hit it at all. I mean, he dropped down to 41%.
Here's the screen. Here's Cato. Kept alive by New York. And again, it's New York.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And, you know, on the topic of Jose Calderon, his game is predicated on getting others involved. Last season, he had Carmelo Anthony to throw it to, and really pretty much no one else. So defenders could key on him a little more, causing him, I thought, to become just a little less efficient. And, boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Here's Cato. That one off the back iron and out.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And stolen by Williams. Goes up. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. J.R. Smith picks one up.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Outside Williams. Clock at 6. Back to LeBron. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Serafin's got 4 rebounds in this game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Cato.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was. No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Freak. He's got 24 points. And talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Feeds to Thompson. LeBron against Williams. James, the pass to Mozgov. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Mozgov's got 8 points. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Cleveland's gone for the 3-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. The screen from Thompson. It's Williams with the drive. Mozgov, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And now it's a 3-point Cavalier lead. We've seen them struggle in the half-court offense.
Yeah, they seem to be disorganized to me, guys. I mean, out of sync, no rhythm or flow.
I had a coach that once told me sometimes guys just try to self-will it too much, whether it's getting out on the break or scoring in the half court. You got to do it as a unit.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
LeBron drives in from past the arc. The shot misses. And a pretty tightly contested game here is.
Gentlemen,
and it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Jefferson's checked in for LeBron. And it's Williams in for Smith. Thompson down low with Mozgov. Irving is out there with Mo Williams. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Tries a 3. They grabbed their own miss. He used that pick to get in close. Serafin's got 6.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Jefferson's shot is off.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And O'Quinn kicks to Freak. Passes to Calderon. There's the screen. Here's Cato. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Cleveland leading by 3. Irving kicks to Williams. Thompson, a screen on Calderon. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Here's Cato.
Mr. Dom Pagnot.
How can you have anything but the utmost respect for a guy like D-Wade? He's won multiple titles, and he puts his body on the line each and every night. He's the kind of player you want on your team. But tonight, he's the enemy. Can't let him beat us. It ain't gonna be easy, and that's for sure. So here we go.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Heat, Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Porzingis. Freaks checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. And New York looking at who they've got. Cato in at shooting guard. Anthony is out there with Williams. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Galloway in at the guard position.
Well, I think it's been... Said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Freak dishes to Seraphin. An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and see who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. Fifth, Carmelo Anthony.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Well, I would go beyond pretty good, Craig. I mean, they are special players at the offensive end. Impossible to defend in any kind of conventional way. I mean, you've got to be creative to try to slow these guys down.
Good on both. The Heat trail by 4. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Cato. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Chalmers with the screen for Bosch. The drive by Green. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Green's got his first points of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
New York, no good that time either.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Chalmers passes to Bosch. Inside, Stoudemire. It's rebounded by Seraphin. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Williams with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's stolen by Green. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Outside Bosch. Here's Chalmers. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
And for Gerald Green, another productive year last season coming off the bench. Though it was a smaller role, a small step back from the season before when he started over half the games for the Suns.
Well, there was a log jam in Phoenix at the wing position last season. He certainly matured, though, as he never complained about not starting, just went out and did his job.
Anthony dishes to Freak. Clock at 4. 1:21 left to play in the first. Connects in the foul line jumper. The Heat trail by 4.
For Gerald Green, it's hard to not think about the star that could have been. The 18th pick in the 2005 draft, right out of high school. It was basically athleticism and upside in his game then. He's finally made it in the NBA now, but has improved with skills and guile in place of explosiveness.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And talking about Gerald Green, it seems like he's been in the league forever. But he was only 29 years old last season. By and large, he's avoided major injury, so he's still got plenty of tread left on those tires if he wants to keep going at it for a little while longer.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. And a switcher also for New York. Amundsen's checked in. Pass to Whiteside. Here's Anthony.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Gerald Green. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Chalmers kicks to Stoudemire, and that one's good.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
The Heat trail by 6. Feeds to Whiteside. Here's Dragic. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Here's Winslow, and no good trying to get that one. And so the first quarter is in the books. Knicks lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his dad.
Is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang out there with Winslow, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Dragic against Calderon. Here's Whiteside. And the shot is good, popping in off the front of the rim. Whiteside's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Miami. The Knicks leading by 4. Calderon passes to Freak. From the baseline. And the dunk by Lopez.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Freak dishes to Calderon. Over to the left wing. And a wide open look for Freak. The three-pointer no good.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Cato. Not enough on that one as it misses. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Indiana.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either.
Stay down. Stay down.
That's his first personal foul.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks put on a show. He finished with 24 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. A performance like this is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. Will we get another one tonight, guys?
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
And GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Tell you what, if it's working for you, you keep on running. And they haven't been slowed up yet on fast breaks.
And you can find easy points in transition, and that's where they've gotten their last 6.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Whiteside. And New York with a change here, too. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Robin Lopez.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Wade outside. Bosch, the screen. The drive by Green. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Out to Wade. Takes a three. Shot is off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. He tries for three. Follow against Green. Here's Cato. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Heat trail by 11. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Dragic. That one a little long. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And that one's good. Freak.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
The Heat have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Dragic. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up by 10. And now let's get...
Kevin, I'm here with Eric Spoelstra. And, Coach, tell us what you want to see change.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
Check out the stats for Freak. 13 points, and he's chalked.
So for the Knicks, Williams comes in for Porzingis, and Freak subbed in for Jose Calderon. Setting the floor for the Knicks, Cato in at point guard. Derek Williams is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And it's 9 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. Knicks trail by 4. On the wing of Aflalo. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Cato. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. They get Luol Deng.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
Here's Dragic from outside, and he gets it to go. Dragic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat. Here's Cato. From down in the low post, it goes. Freak's got 18 points in the game.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Here's Bosch. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Heat lead by 4.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Outside Dragic. Bosch heads the pick for Dragic. The kick out to Bosch. Clock at 6. Poked away. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Oh!
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
After a first half where he had just 1 turnover, fellas, things have changed in the second. They're starting to pile up on him now.
Langston Galloway's checked in for New York. And there's 3 points. The long-range shot is on target from Freak. The Heat trail by 3. Bosch, the screen. And it's Dragic off the drive. And it's Bosch, that time on the assist by Dragic. Bosch has got 5. And for Goran Dragic, so incredibly efficient on the offensive end over the last couple of years, whether with Phoenix or Miami, he's really upped his game.
You know, Kevin, it took him a few years to kind of get comfortable in the NBA, much like the great Steve Nash had his struggles early in his career. Now the game is kind of slowed down for him. He's not forcing as much, and it has certainly paid off.
Moment here now for an injury report.
He told me it looks like a broken toe, and that is what is causing him to be in so much pain right now. The schedule becomes a real grind at this time of the year, and that injury is only going to make things harder on this team. Guys?
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
And, you know, I know everyone is rooting for him to make a quick and full recovery.
Absolutely. I mean, his teammates want him back out there as much as he wants to be back out there. Talking about Dragic's newfound efficiency, he's shot over 50% from the field the past 3 years. I mean, impressive. That's a really high percentage for a point guard who plays so aggressively.
Count that one.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Kicks it to Green. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Anthony.
And talking about Goran Dragic, he's learned how to play under control without losing his speed. I mean, early in his career, he committed way too many turnovers. Now he's able to push the action without making so many of those mental mistakes.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That one's on Anthony. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
There's Winslow, and the layup's good off the glass. Winslow's got his second basket of the night.
The defender was just too slow and got burnt for the layup. He needs to work on that agility and his foot speed. Too slow, son.
That's good.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Williams with the steal. Here's Cato. No good from outside.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard.
The Knicks leading by 7. Galloway kicks to Freak, and he slams it one-handed.
Maybe. Could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
And Bosh gets it to go on the assist by Stoudemire. 8 points for Chris Bosh.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
They get it again. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Here's Galloway. Hits the jumper in space. Galloway has got 6. Here's Chalmers. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Winslow. Bosh with it. He's against Seraphin. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Bosh.
Okay, Miami. Now coming onto the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. Freak, 3rd.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And the Heat making a change here. Dragic has checked in, and a switcher also for New York. Jose Calderon. He's checked in for Langston Galloway. Wins it up and banks it in. And now just a 5-point Knicks lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Miami's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. .24 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
High quality shot just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Got it off in time. And that's not going to go. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. Different look for Miami. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Wash comes in for Luol Deng. And Winslow subbed in for Gerald Green. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Freaks check in. The Knicks making a switch here. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Bosch, that's for 2. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
So it's New York picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up, and tonight that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
His play off the bench was critical in getting them back into the win column. Their last game didn't go as well for them, but he helped them get on track. He provided a spark, he had energy, toughness, everything you need to get that momentum going.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan,